Turning Point USA is stepping in after an Oklahoma University student says that she was given an F on an assignment because she cited the Bible.
The student, Samantha Fulnecki, had to write a 650-word essay reacting to an article about societal gender expectations for her psychology class.
TPUSA's OU chapter wrote in part on X. In her essay, Fulnecki argued that traditional gender roles should not be considered stereotypes. She cited the Bible to support her stance that eliminating gender in society would be detrimental because that would put people farther from God's original plan for humans.
Now, Fulnecki also wrote that pushing the idea that there are multiple genders and that anyone can be whatever they want is, quote, demonic. The instructor, Mel Kurth, wrote in an online grading platform, quote, to call an entire group of people demonic is highly offensive, especially a minoritized population. Kurth also encouraged the student to, quote, apply some more perspective and empathy moving forward and to use methods appropriate to empirical psychology.
Per the news outlet, The Oklahoman, the assignment was evaluated on whether the paper showed a clear tie-in to the assigned article, whether the paper had a thoughtful reaction or response, and if it was clearly written. TPUSA and Fulnecki argued she is being discriminated against and penalized for her beliefs.
Now, some online, on the other hand, just don't think her essay was good at all. Journalist Ziad Jilani wrote on X, Turning Point embarrassed this poor girl when she really needs tutoring. And political commentator Richard Hania wrote that her essay has literally no other arguments than the Bible. He continued, quote, you have to pass students who only cite religious faith for their opinions now, or they're victims of discrimination.
Okay, I read the essay, and spoiler, I did not think it was very good. She was reacting to, look, I'm not going to make fun of her because apparently the quality of writing of people in college somehow is like very, very
diminished?
bad.
Oh.
It's just getting worse over time. Nobody reads or writes anything. I would have said, now, she was given 0 credit. I don't think the essay was a 0. I think it was, in fact, it might be perfectly average compared to what everyone else is. So I am fully willing to believe there was bias on the part of the instructor. I think 0 was not appropriate. I think if she had written an essay of the same caliber that was just, I believe I'm trans and I believe trans is great, then she would have gotten an A++. So that's all fair enough. But the essay did not, there was no synthesis, and it was only 650 words. It was not grammatically terrific. I would evaluate it at about an 8th grade level, 8th or 9th maybe. So to say this is college is a little disturbing, but this is, from what I understand, which is widely characteristic of people in college now, need remedial reading, writing, and math skills, which is a real shame. But it just didn't. There was, every sentence was, I believe this, I believe that, just I believe that the Bible is right about this. And it didn't really draw on the Bible as a source. You should be able to draw on the Bible as a source. It didn't do any synthesis. It didn't engage with the reading. It didn't say, well, here in the reading where it says this is where I have. So it was not. It wasn't that I thought her opinion was invalid or should be penalized, and the instructor, by giving her a 0, I think kind of did that. But it was also not a good piece of writing, let's be perfectly honest.
Yeah, college is a space where you should have religious freedom, all the freedoms. I think a 0 is dramatic. Like, I thought a 0, that's obviously an emotional response from a teacher that relates to this particular instance.
Yeah.
But I think, psychology is an evidence-based study. Like, you need empirical evidence to argue a point. And so when you're not presenting that fully in a psychology course, then what are the benefits if they think you didn't do a good job to pass you on like some weird sliding scale? Again, a 0 was dramatic, but I think when you start to use personal opinion and call an entire group demonic, as opposed to argue the point about why it maybe is a mental health issue or anything else that studies have been developed in regards to, well, then you lose the audience of the psychology behind it. This is just your opinion paper, and then you should go into maybe an opinion writing journalism class, and then should probably have more success. So I think it got blown out of proportion.
Well, that does it for us today on Rising Live. Thanks for watching, and look out for more exclusive YouTube content coming your way later today. And be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the Hills YouTube channel so that you never miss any content. And for those of you who like to listen while on the go, we're now available anywhere you listen to podcasts, and we're just getting started this week. See you back here tomorrow.